what's up? This is Blaze the movie fan, and welcome to my final video on Cinematic Venom. That's right, this is my very fucking final video on him. And it's a video thought episode on one of his best videos. Now I was considering covering his reviews of Dumbo, Batman Returns, and several others, but I decided that I'm not gonna do it. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not against commenting on old videos of someone who isn't active anymore. Hell, I respond to videos from the 2000s in my video thought series all the fucking time. But the thing is, Rob doesn't want anything to do with the Cinematic Venom brand anymore. He wants to completely move on from his overviews, and I totally respect that. So I will be covering him for the very last time, I promise, and this is a promise I'm sticking to. After that point, I will be making no more videos on the Cinematic Venom, unless he for some reason returns, but that's most likely not gonna happen. Oh, and one last thing if we dive into the actual video. Since this is my very final video on the Cinematic Venom, and he is not active anymore, I think it's appropriate to give him a proper farewell. And I will be doing just that by the end of this video, I promise. Anyway, today I'm covering his review of How the Grinch Stole Christmas from 2000. And what else is there to say? Let's just dive into the fucking video, shall we?
'Tis the season, that time of year again, to sit round the fire and laugh at shitty movies in the name of Christmas. This is Venom on the Shelf 2, 12 Days of Venom.
As I'm commenting on this for the very last time, and this time I'm convinced I will, I might as well explain exactly why this intro is so fucking awesome. You see, I can tell a lot of fucking effort was put into that intro. Yeah, and the best part is, it really paid off. This is a fucking awesome intro. I love it. Well, there isn't much I can say about the intro, and trust me, this intro is not the best part about the video. I will be getting into that as we proceed.
On the first day of Venom on the Shelf, Rob gave to me a dog butt kiss in May.
Oh yeah, I remember. He dedicated the entire December to reviewing Christmas movies and family movies. Unfortunately, I don't remember much what the other movies he reviewed during that month of that specific year were, but I was a fan of him back then and did use to watch his reviews regularly back then. And from what I remember, I enjoyed most of the reviews he made that year.
And with the recent release of The Grinch, I thought, why not take a look at the classic tale of the Grinch who stole Christmas?
Yeah, that's the perfect reason to review the 2000 Grinch movie. Oh, speaking of the Grinch that came out that year, personally I think that movie is fucking awesome and gets too much unwarranted hate. Hell, I even made a video defending it. If you wanna check it out, well, you can search for it on my channel.
However, legendary author Dr. Seuss always refused to sell the rights all the way up until his death in 1991.
And in my opinion, that should have stuck even after his death. If he didn't want any of his stories to be adapted into movies, they never should have been fucking adapted into movies. Going against an author's wishes after they pass away is extremely disrespectful and insulting towards the person who made that fucking thing. None of the movie adaptations towards the stories should have existed in the fucking first place.
However, his widow did finally agree to sell his merch after he passed, and even auctioned off the film rights for The Grinch.
Honestly, I don't think it was nice of her to disrespect his wishes. And she is his fucking wife. He's supposed to show him more respect than that.
Many studios pitched ideas, Jack Nicholson even being considered to play the lead. Here's Grinchy!
But honestly, I really wish he would have played the role instead, since he would have been much better as the Grinch than Jim Carrey was.
Several studios continued pitching ideas, including John Hughes, and we'll get to him soon enough.
I wish I could rewatch the review where Cinematic Venom does just that, but it's gone, so I can't.
Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman were also considered for the lead.
Thank fucking goodness that Robin Williams wasn't picked, since he would have been even worse than Jim Carrey. Now don't get me wrong, I don't hate Robin Williams, he was a good actor, but his role would have been unfitting, that's all I'm saying.
It was so bad, a CIA operative was brought in as he had experience instructing agents how to enjoy extreme torture techniques.
A CIA agent helped with the production of this movie. I must admit, that is fucking awesome.
Inside a snowflake, like the one on your sleeve, there happened a story You must see to believe.
Also, that's Hannibal Lecter doing the narration. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I will admit that is fucking awesome.
How the hell did the Grinch get a dog?
Why the hell does it even bear? That's such a pointless question to ask.
Someone just say, Grinch. Hello, Mayor Mayhew, sir.
Oh, you can't say his name! He killed Mr. and Mrs. Potter, you know.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that really happened.
The Grinch is a who, well, is actually not a who. He's more of a
what?
Exactly, honey.
The comedic writing here is actually really cleverly done.
I personally don't find this scene funny, but hey, if you do, that's fine, you're entitled to your opinion.
But he bumps into Cindy, who ends up falling into a compactor, but after some reluctance, the Green Goblin has a change of heart and saves her.
You are inaccurately describing the scene. The Grinch didn't change his mind at all. The only fucking reason he went back for her is because his dog begged him to do it and wouldn't stop until he gave in. It was definitely not his choice. I mean, why the hell else do you think he was trying to deny it?
I'm more curious as to how nobody hears her screams of terror during this entire ordeal.
Well, she's deep inside a room behind closed doors. It makes sense to me.
But this only sparks up more questions from little Cindy Lou, but the Grinch is in a bit of denial.
Saving you? Is that what you think I was doing? Wrong-o.
Yeah, I will admit, I do find it funny how desperately he tries to deny it.
So he decides to put a wrap on this friendship before we cut to her mum, who's competing with a bitchy neighbour on their Christmas lights display. And yeah, I will admit, her using a bazooka of lights is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I agree. It is very fucking awesome.
The thing is, some people, like this dumbass, bitch that the Grinch is so annoying. That's literally the point of his character!
You know, back when this video was new, even as a fan of the Nostalgia Critic, I fucking loved this pot shot towards him. And now in 2021, honestly, that pot shot is still fucking awesome to me. Because I love seeing things that I love being criticized. Also, the Grinch is supposed to be annoying, are you sure about that? I thought he was supposed to be funny.
Oh, and this looks like a penis. Just saying.
Nope, it doesn't look like one at all. Get your mind out of the gutter.
And then Cindy decides to sing a song. Because why not? Just comes out of nowhere. For real though, the girl does come across as really likeable. She's unsure what she wants for Christmas and just feels lost. And I'm not just complimenting her because she grew up to look like this.
I agree. She's definitely my favorite character of the movie. And one of the best aspects of it, period, in my opinion.
Hello! Hello! How are you? How are you? I asked you first. I asked you first. Oh, that's really mature, saying exactly what I said. I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
How are people not finding this funny?
I'm not a big fan of this movie. In fact, I find it very mediocre. But even I am willing to admit that this scene is funny as hell. It is the funniest scene of the entire movie.
But what is he? What is the Grinch? Why is he green? Why is he furry? Where did he come from? This is never explained.
Personally, I think that's a good thing. Things not being fully explained in a movie makes a mystery, and it also makes for interesting discussions.
The weird thing is, they say earlier that nobody knows why he hates Christmas so much. We're shown that he's bullied by the future mayor, he fancies the future snooty bitch but gets rejected, and at Christmas is given a razor to shave, feeding the bullying more, ruining his entire perception so he runs away, but he hates Christmas before any of that even happens. He rips apart a Santa cookie, he draws disturbing Christmas pictures. We actually do have no idea why the little shit hates the damn holiday.
Actually, we do know why he hates Christmas. I mean, he gives reasons as to why he hates Christmas in the movie. But we don't know when he started hating Christmas, and there is a difference. You are technically right, we don't know when it all started, but we still know the reasons for it. That's all I'm saying.
And it's so bad when you are so old that you realise you actually did grow up to become the Grinch.
Hate, 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 hate. Double hate.
Loathe entirely.
4 o'clock, wallow in self-pity. 4:30, stare into the abyss. 5 o'clock, solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. Ooh.
That's it, I'm not going.
I'm the Grinch!
Yeah, I will agree. If you hate Christmas like he does, that's very fucking sad.
He even tries to drown out Christmas music. It really is me. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
I must admit, I find that skit hilarious.
Oh, also, that wasn't planned. The food was supposed to fall off, but Carey legitimately did it this well and improvised going back to wreck it, and it stayed in. Jim Carrey's the man.
Personally, I think they should have done a retake instead of going back there and pushing these things off the table. Because it would work a lot fucking better. Things actually did go off the fucking table when they did this.
So the whole Hooverlation begins as Cindy nominates the Grinch to be their yearly cheermeister, much to the chagrin of the mayor. After some convincing that the Grinch needs the joys of Christmas more than anyone, the locals can't say no to that face, and they agree. Before she heads up to the mountain entirely on her own and breaks into his home. What? Who let her go alone? I mean, they all knew that Cindy would have to give him the invite. What kind of parents are you?
I mean, I know how much of fucking morons the Who's are, so this doesn't come across as surprising to me.
How dare you enter the Grinch's lair? The impudence, the audacity, the unmitigated gall. You've called down the thunder. Now get ready for the boom! Gaze into the face of fear. Booga booga!
Alright, I am willing to admit, this is pretty funny.
So he sends her down a chute, which he finds hilarious, and I will admit, she is just adorable.
Yeah, she is.
But he does eventually agree to go. He is, however, late and lands his face between some tits.
Honestly, I'm baffled by how the hell this movie got a PG rating with a scene like that. Yeah, the MPAA is fucked. What else can I tell you?
Taxi! It's because I'm green, isn't it?
I love this movie!
Yeah, I will admit, that line is funny as hell.
I just wanted everybody to be together for Christmas.
Me too, Cindy, me too.
Yeah, this is very fucking sad. I feel bad for her.
And then the Grinch throws his dog out the window for actually enjoying Christmas. This time, dog abuse is fine.
Except no, not really. What he did was a pretty dick move.
And they even make fun of the common cliche.
You hate Christmas. You're gonna steal it. Saving Christmas was a lousy ending. Way too commercial.
This movie's amazing, damn it!
Alright, I will admit, that is very fucking clever.
So he heads to Whoville and decides to start by wrecking their food, that monster. But Cindy does, however, come downstairs to discover him, but somehow doesn't recognize him.
Yeah, I never liked the cliche of characters not being able to see through obvious disguises. It has never worked, not once.
I mean, Cindy begins to insult the Grinch and his reactions are hilarious. But she does redeem herself by saying he should get presents too, before he says screw it and starts to steal them all anyway and makes the mayor kiss a dog's ass.
I'm probably alone on this, but I don't mind the scene that much. I mean, I don't find it funny, but the thing is, it takes a lot to disgust or disturb me. And I didn't find this scene disgusting or disturbing at all. I mean, I totally understand why it bothers so many people, but it never bothered me personally. At worst, I just think that this is pointless, nothing more. But that's probably just me.
Well, I wonder who could have done this.
Done what? I mean, you've only just woken up. You don't know that the Grinch stole all the presents, so what are you talking about?
You know, that is a legit point. There's no way he could have known.
No. You choose to listen to a little not to be taken seriously girl.
Bit sexist. I mean, he adds a lot of angry emphasis on the word girl.
I mean, the guy is an asshole. What the hell else did you expect?
And again, back to this douche. He called the film hypocritical for building Christmas up as commercialism, but then realising the true meaning of the holiday at the end. But that's how story arcs work! The characters learn a lesson and change! It's how films work, you moron!
I always loved the first posture towards the nostalgia critic that Cinematic Venom made. And I feel the same way about this posture. It's still fucking lovely to me. I fucking love seeing Cinematic Venom scream at the nostalgia critic. And this is coming from someone who fucking loves the nostalgia critic himself. He is in fact my favorite reviewer on the internet. Though there is something to argue with regarding what Cinematic Venom said here. Not really the point itself, said it's fine honestly. But I do think that you misunderstood the nostalgia critic a bit. Maybe you just didn't think that it was executed properly in this specific movie. I mean, it is possible and most likely that is the fucking case. Just saying.
And that was Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Charming or a disgrace? Charming. There are some jokes that don't quite land, but they're obviously aimed at the younger audience. There's a lot of adult humour in there too, so it fits both demographics, but Jim actually says that he's ashamed of this. He wasn't a fan of the adult comedy and he blames himself for not trying harder to prevent them. He claims that all of his ad-libbed moments were age appropriate, but the director claimed a lot of the adult humour was kept in at the studio's insistence, but I felt like they worked. Kerry is amazing and perfectly cast, Cindy is adorable, and I do think it maintains the charm of the original. It has a great message and it's just a beautiful, charming Christmas tale.
Those overall thoughts on the movie are fucking lovely. I personally think that this movie is just okay. I don't think it's a bad movie, I don't think it's a good movie either. It's just okay. With that being said, I fucking love your overall thoughts. You give very solid reasons as to why you fucking love this movie, which I will be getting into more on in the final thoughts. So yeah, you couldn't have done your overall thoughts in a better way, and I'm proud of you, man.
Well, this has been Cinematic Venom. Join me tomorrow for a much less charming Christmas story, to say the least.
I wish I could know what the hell that review was, and I probably did see it back when this video was due, but I doubt I can even watch that video anymore. Which sucks, but oh well, I'm gonna have to deal with it. Now it's time for my overall thoughts. This is without a doubt one of Cinematic Venom's best reviews. Unfortunately, it's one of the only 4 videos that he made which still hold up extremely well. No worries, you can still watch all 4 of those videos. All 4 of them have been backed up on my 3rd channel, thankfully. And this is one of them, so if you still wanna watch Cinematic Venom's review of the Grinch, you're free to. His channel might be gone, but thankfully this video is still around, so I downloaded it and uploaded it to my 3rd channel. Yeah, Cinematic Venom made a short video giving us all 24 hours to download his best videos before he closed his channel down for good. And that's exactly what I did. Now I will say, this review isn't as good as Nostalgia Critic's review of the same movie. I think his review is better, but honestly it's still a fucking awesome review. The review is like the opposite of the Nostalgia Critic's review of the same movie. It's mostly positive, while the Nostalgia Critic's review is mostly negative. So yeah, overall this review is fucking awesome, and I am so happy that I can keep watching it for years on end, as I thankfully downloaded it and uploaded it to my 3rd channel. So thank you for that, Cinematic Venom. Thank you for allowing me to download your best videos and uploading them on my 3rd channel. I appreciate that, man. Now, the Cinematic Venom is gone. In fact, he did quit making videos altogether earlier this year. Now, like I promised at the beginning of this video, I will be saying my one very last farewell, since this is literally the last time I ever talk about him in my videos. Unless he goes back to reviewing movies someday. But honestly, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Now I'm aware that the Cinematic Venom did some bad things during his career, but I'm gonna talk about none of that at all. Instead I'm gonna focus on the good things, since he deserves a proper farewell. And first of all, when I first discovered you, we quickly became friends. I remember for most of 2019, you were one of my most trusted friends on YouTube, and I really appreciate it. And even though we eventually lost contact and even lost interest in watching my videos responding to you, I still appreciate that we were friends back in 2019, even though we were pretty much just friends. for about a year. It might not be a lot of time, but I still appreciate our friendship, and I will never forget that, man. You showed a lot of support for my videos and even appreciate the criticism I gave you in my videos responding to you. And another thing that I wanna say is that despite not caring about movies, and yes, he has admitted it to me himself on many occasions back when we were friends, you still went through making fucking reviews of movies regardless. Although I'm not a fan that you mainly did it for the views, there is one thing that I still appreciate about you. You cared a lot about your fans and made videos that you knew they would enjoy. And I applaud you for that, sir. That is definitely admirable. Although views was your biggest motives, you weren't just making it for the views, you were also doing it for your fans. Hell, you even made many polls where people could fucking choose what you can review next. And I also appreciate that you wanted to do the 1001 movies to watch before you die challenge. And no matter how hard it got, you never fucking gave up. You pushed through regardless of what happened, and that's admirable for sure. Well, you actually did give up, and that's when you retired reviewing movies altogether. But before that moment, you were very fucking passionate about that project and made a lot of reviews for that series. Although I don't think most of these reviews are good, I still appreciate the fact that you fucking went through doing it regardless. And although I'm not a fan of your old movie reviews anymore, you know, the ones you had on your channel before you closed it down for good, I will admit one thing. There was a time when I was a huge fucking fan of your content overall. When I first discovered you in 2017, I personally thought that your videos were pretty fucking awesome. And I thought that most of your reviews actually were fucking awesome. So I thank you, sir, for the entertainment you brought me back when I used to be a fan of your content. I really do appreciate it, that nothing will take that away. Alright, there's one last thing to say before I wrap this video up, and I'm done talking about you for good. I personally think that quitting reviewing movies altogether was the right course of action. I can tell that you no longer had fun reviewing movies. So what's the point in still making reviews if you no longer have fun with it? I personally think you should have quit much sooner, so you openly don't care much about movies. But whatever, you still did it because your fans enjoyed those videos, and I appreciate that. But you know what? I am glad you quit. I don't know anything about your personal life or what you do when you're yourself and not this cinematic Venom character, but whatever you decide to do in real life or at another YouTube channel, I wish you the best of luck, pal. Goodbye, farewell, and take care. I'm sure you will be missed by many people. And yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't miss you too. I probably will. Goodbye, cinematic Venom. It's been a fun ride. Thank you all for watching. You have a fantastic day.